Good morning, everybody. So I have absolutely loads to tell you. Last week I was a bit of an idiot. I did a full-on video, a vlog to post up, and then I deleted it. And I didn't back it up. So that video has gone. So a whole week's vlogging completely just disappeared. So at the moment I'm currently sat in the kitchen. I'm having a coffee and just giving Harry his porridge for breakfast. The school run is done. So I will recap last week's events. So we are currently on 6 weeks until the wedding. Last week was a week 7 vlog and quite a bit was done. Yeah, someone's excited for food. We went out and Chris picked his suit and his best man has ordered the same suit so that he can try it on and make sure it fits. What else did we do? I made some decorations for the table where you sign the schedule. I have posted up a tutorial video on the channel already of how to make the coffee filter topiary trees, but I didn't end up turning them into topiary trees. I'm just keeping them as the ball as they are because I really think that they're pretty and I really like them that way. So we also set up Harry's crib in his bedroom, so he's got his proper cot and everything set up for him now, and the reason behind that I will insert a clip now. So as you can see, that the reason we had to do that was because he was standing up in his next to me crib. So he's not 8 months old yet. He's been crawling for 2 weeks and he seems to be really impatient and in quite a rush to be able to follow his older siblings and get up and about, which I'm not entirely happy about. And the rest of my video last week was just small updates, a bit of cleaning, basically just spend the week with us kind of thing, which was nice. Yeah. So then this week we actually have a bit more of a busier week. So it is currently, we're on Monday, so it's 6 weeks, 5 days. 6 weeks, 5 days until the wedding. I have my first dress fitting this weekend on Saturday. And there was a little bit of a drama because the bridal shop that I bought my wedding dress from had flood. So I went into full-on panic mode, contacted them. They posted it up on Facebook that they'd had a flood, but thankfully their storage room was one of the only rooms that wasn't affected. So therefore all the dresses that they've stored for all the other brides were perfectly fine, that they haven't been damaged by the burst pipe that they had. So I'm collecting my dress on Friday, which is Friday the 13th. I'm not sure if that's an omen or not. I'm going to have to bring my dress home for the night, and Chris is banned from looking at it. So the original idea was I would pick it up on the Saturday morning, take it straight to the seamstress. She would do the fitting and she was going to keep hold of the dress for me because it does need taking in. And then just before the wedding, after my final fitting, I would collect the dress from her, take it back to the bridal shop, they steam it, and then they give it back to me right before the wedding so that it's safe, it's secure, and I'm not tempted to try it on. What have you got? That's kind of still happening, except that I'm picking it up on Friday morning instead, bringing it home, and then I'll take it with me to the seamstress on the Saturday. And I've just got to try and restrain myself to not trying it on, because knowing my luck, it'll get damaged in some way or Harry will throw up on it or something. So that's on Friday, collecting the dress. Saturday, dress fitting. Poppy also has a delayed Christmas party on Saturday afternoon for her football team. We've also got a few DIYs to do this week. I did write a to-do list where I was starting to get myself all worked up and all quite panicky, thinking I have got absolutely loads to do. And there is a fair chunk to do, but not actually as much as what I thought. And I've managed to organise quite a few things. So my sister-in-law she has a cry cup. I'm not quite sure what they're called. Anyway, she can print off vinyl lettering for me. So I've given her some gift bags that she's going to personalise for me for the groomsmen. And I need to order the gift bags for the bride's bridal party so that she can personalise those for me. I've got the lettering to do my order of the day. So my plan, hopefully this week, maybe next week is going to be to finish off my order of the day. I have a few DIY bits that the girls can help in with. So because it's an Alice in Wonderland theme wedding, and it's a twilight wedding, it's quite relaxed and quite low key. We're not doing wedding favours as such. I have made hangover bags for the adults to be able to take if they choose. And the other thing as well that I thought would be a nice touch, so I'm not putting favours out on a table. These will just be in the room on a table, that if people want to take one as a memento of the wedding, they can do. And it's a little packet of wildflower seeds. So I've bought all of the seeds, and I managed to find online a free printable and it says "Let Love Grow" on the front of it, and it's basically an envelope template. You cut the envelope out and it's just gluing and sticking, which the girls will be able to help me do. And I'm going to mix all the wildflower seeds up and put them in the envelopes. I didn't want to be left with a load of wedding favours because I know not everybody will take wedding favours, but in this case, if they don't take these wedding favours, then I've got some seeds that I can use in the garden, which will be lovely come summer. So it's not wasted. It's not wasted money. It's something that I can use if there's excess left over, which I'm hoping there won't be, because I'd really love it if all my guests took one. So there's that to do. Chris is currently away for the next 2 nights, so it is just me on my own until Wednesday night. So he left at 6:30 this morning, and he won't be home till about 6 p.m. on Wednesday. So tonight we're going to my mum and dad's for tea, so that I can then come home, get Harry bathed, get him sorted into bed, and I'm not chasing my tail running around, which is a massive help. So I'm going to go to my parents to have my tea there. Yeah. And then tomorrow night, it's just a case of just trying to be as organised as I possibly can. He's only ever left us overnight once in the last year. So this is the longest that he's actually been away from us. And to be quite honest, I already miss him, but I'll live. So I'm going to try and utilise my time productively. So as part of sorting out Harry's nursery, I also had to sort through all of his drawers, because his nursery was a bit of a dumping ground, and he's outgrown all of his 0 to 3 month stuff. He still fits in 3 to 6 months clothes quite well, so I've currently filled all of his drawers, tidied everything up with the 3 to 6 months, emptied all the 0 to 3, which is in a massive big cardboard box, and I'm going to sort through that and list as many things as I possibly can on Vinted. I don't know if you've heard of Vinted or if you've used Vinted, but wow, some of the stuff on there is absolutely amazing. Wedding wise, I've saved a fortune on purchasing different things. Harry's suit for the wedding I got from Vinted. I think I paid about £6 plus postage. My flower girl dress I also got from Vinted. I think that was about £4 and postage on top of that as well. And they are pristine, like as in brand new. Considering that if my niece Layla, she's only 3, she's my flower girl, so if she wants to run around and slide across the floor in a white dress, I don't mind at all. It's her dress to do what she wants with it. I just want her to enjoy herself. And there's a high possibility that Harry will either dribble all over his suit, or he will throw up on it or something. So for what I've paid for it, I'm fine with that. Harry will also be getting changed out of his suit after we've done the wedding photos as well, because I don't think he'll be very comfortable being in his suit for the entire day. So I've also bought off Vinted. It's a romper, but it's a suit romper, and it has a little dicky bow on it as well. It's very cute. I think I paid about £4 to £5 for that as well. So absolutely loving Vinted. If you haven't been on Vinted, get on Vinted. I also went on there and I just searched for like teal waistcoats, because my colour theme is teal cravats, and I've managed to buy 5 cravats with the pocket squares for £8, and they're like $8.99 brand new anyway, and these are still in the packaging. They are brand new, so for the price, well, less than the price of one, I bought 5. So it honestly, absolute bargains galore on there. So I've also sold quite a lot of Harry's old clothes, his newborn stuff as well on there already, and made quite a bit back, which is the money that I've then spent to buy things from Vinted. So I'm just basically recycling the money through. But yeah, so I've got a huge box. I'm going to list that on Vinted, or as many items as I possibly can, to see what I can make for the wedding from selling some old bits. I've got some old clothes of Poppy's as well to list on there and sell. So as of right now, Harry has had his breakfast. I think he's tired. I'm going to do a little bit of a clean up, put the washing machine on, and I'm going to bring the box downstairs, I think, as well, so that I don't disturb Harry when I put him down for bed later on. And I'm going to drink my coffee. So I will speak to you shortly. This is drama number 1. So my curtain rail has fallen down. It's been ripped off the wall, and I have a sneaky suspicion that Sophie hung a bridesmaid's dress up on there, and the curtains are fairly heavy, and the entire thing has just completely collapsed. So I have to sort that out now as well. As you can see, this is my dining room, which is also Wedding HQ. It's full of wedding things. So this is the welcome to the wedding sign that I did a video on making. These are the 2 topiary balls that I made using coffee filters. And they have got glitter on the edges as well. I'm hoping that the camera will pick up the glitter so you can see. There you go. So they're sparkly. On the last week's video, I did do a video showing how they were looking all together. So they will go either end of the table, and this is a floral piece that I made as well, also using paper flowers, which I've also done a tutorial on. That will be in the centre, and then this is my Mr. and Mrs. sign that will also be going at the very front. These are the dowels that I tried to make it to make it a topiary tree, but I think it might obstruct for photographs, so I decided not to do that. And then these are the packets of seeds. Over here is centerpieces in this box down here, which is my hatter's hat and the chessboard piece. I was going to make a big backdrop of a paper flower wall, but I decided not to. So I've got some paper flowers here, which I'll actually be using around the house, and I'll be putting them up on the wall. And then this is my shelving. So this is another centerpiece here, which is my giant teapot. This is my card box, which is wrapped up, also handmade by myself, using some paper mache hat boxes. I will show you that, but I have to unwrap it to show you. This is my bridal bouquet, also made by myself using paper flowers and roses, and I got all that different kinds of charms and brooches and stuck it in, so it's very sparkly, and it's got the Alice theme on it. So the brooches have got different Alice quotes on there. Looks like someone's brushed past it and knocked it a bit, so I need people to stay out of my wedding room. This is another centerpiece as well that I've made. I'm just trying to find log slices. And then further down here, so I ordered myself some white pyjamas to wear the morning of the wedding. I could probably do with hanging those up actually, because I think they're probably going to be creased now as well. And the bridesmaid's dress that's currently packaged up there at the bottom. Guest book, some wedding signs, and this is like a guest. It's like a guest book, but it's a frame where people write on the hearts and pop it into the box. And then hangover bags at the bottom, that's confetti at the bottom, and just some bags. Harry's crawling around the room and shouting for me, so I think he needs to go down for a sleep. So yes, this is Wedding HQ. It's a bit of a mess. These 2 boards here are what Chris managed to pick up. He's going to, this is the back, obviously, I'm not going to use this front bit, but he's going to attach a hinge and a piece so it's freestanding. So one of these is going to be the donut wall, and one of these is going to be the cookie wall, which we'll also be having out with the wedding cake for puddings. But right now I need to sort this out and tidy this mess up. So I decided to utilise my time tonight and paint all of the numbers for the clocks. As you can see, there's quite a lot, and they are super tiny. I am using a really small makeup brush, yes, from the cheap makeup set, which I used for my last DIY project, but they really do come in handy. And I'm just painting them in black poster paint. And then once these have all been painted and dried, I can then put the clocks together. I thought I'd time-lapse this bit so that you didn't have to literally watch paint dry while I was painting all the little numbers. And they were incredibly fiddly, but the makeup brush that I used worked out absolutely perfect. It was the perfect size to do them. My back did absolutely kill while I was doing this, so I'm glad that I've got that finished. And all painted, so I'm going to leave these to dry overnight, and then tomorrow, if I get chance during the day, if not, it'll be tomorrow night once Harry's gone down to bed, I'm going to glue the clocks together and see how they look, and I imagine it's going to be as fiddly as painting all of these was. This is my task this afternoon. So all of the numbers and the clock hands have all dried on here, so I have been gluing them onto the clock faces, and as you can see they've already got the numbers engraved in there. You could leave it like that or use a marker, but my hand's not steady enough, which is why I opted to do the 3D numbers. I'm using a pair of tweezers and Mod Podge glue because that's what I have to hand, and the tweezers help with, I don't want to get glue all over the white clock face, so the tweezers are really helping me just to keep things neat and tidy. And then once I've finished, I'm just going to go over with the black paint again around the edges, because as you can see there are little bits that have been missed, but Poppy painted all of the black edges for me. So I'm going to just go over that, and it'll hide any excess glue as well. So I've got a couple ready, and I just need to crack on now putting the rest of the numbers on here. So I've just varnished the wooden board ready. I need to leave this for 8 to 10 hours now, and I have assembled the clocks. I've just left the timings off until I've got it all confirmed. So yes, this DIY project is now on hold until tomorrow. Waiting for this to dry. Just a little midweek update for you. So it's Wednesday, Chris is currently on his way home, and we've survived the last 2 nights without him. Harry seems to be going through a bit of a sleep regression at the moment, so he hasn't really slept for the last 2 nights. But we've lived, we've survived it. Yeah. And he's also started saying Dada, which is going to be a nice treat for Chris when he comes home. The board that I varnished yesterday for the order of the day is still tacky. It's not dried enough yet for me to be able to actually put the vinyl letters on. So I'm going to have to just leave that for a little bit, and then once that's dried I can then finish it. I've also emailed over to my wedding coordinator asking her to confirm the time so that I can actually stick the hands on the clocks and get the time set. And tomorrow I am at work for the day. I'm having a keep in touch day. I'm not 100% sure on how the keep in touch days work. All I know is that I'm dropping the girls off at school, I'm dropping Harry off at my sister's, and I'm heading to the office for the day. Mainly to have a meeting with my boss, maybe catch up on anything that might have changed in the last 9 months. I'm not planning on going back to work until the beginning of April, if I can wait till that long, hopefully, so I can have the next few months still with Harry. But I do need to get myself up to date and stuff so that I know what's happening in the office. So tomorrow's going to be a bit hectic. Harry's spending the day with his auntie and his cousin, and I have to pack his bag. I have to get all my work stuff and everything ready because I haven't looked at a pair of work trousers for 9 months. And this chatterbox is going to have some good fun tomorrow playing with Layla, my niece. She's only 3. And she absolutely adores Harry, and he adores her, and it is so cute when they're together. So, oh yes, the other thing as well that I did was I've booked and paid, well, I've already booked it because we've given notice, but I've paid the registrar, so they are completely paid off. We are confirmed and booked in, so we definitely have somebody turning up to marry us. But I do have to pay the final payment on the wedding venue as well this week. So that will be the venue completely paid off as well once I've phoned them up and paid that. I'm just waiting for an email back for them to confirm the times of the day for me. So yeah, that's it pretty much as it is today. Tomorrow I wouldn't expect there to be very much wedding wise with me being in work for the day. And then hopefully I will pick it back up again on Friday. Hello, so it's currently Thursday. We are on 6 weeks, 2 days. I have just finished my first full day in work. Harry has been with my sister and I have missed him like mad, but it's been really good to get back into it for the day. New systems and stuff to learn as well, so it was a very productive day and the day has flown so fast. It's raining, it's very windy, it's very miserable. I've just video called my sister and Harry's gone nuts on the phone. So I'm currently waiting outside Poppy's school for Poppy to come out, and then I'm going to need to pick up Sophie, and then I'm going to go and collect Harry. But it does look like he's had a really good day. So tomorrow morning, first thing, I am collecting my dress, and then Saturday morning it is my first dress fitting. So there's nothing so much wedding wise really today. Last night the venue, my wedding coordinator, emailed me over a list of the times and of what would be like the order of the day for me to complete the order of the day sign. And there's little things that I didn't realise. For example, the cake cutting and then the first dance are basically happening within like 10 minutes of each other. So with regards to doing my sign, I may as well just combine those two together. So it means I'm going to need new labels making for my order of the day. And I also want to do a sparkler send-off. So by combining those two together, it does free up one of my clocks to be able to put the sparkler send-off on there as well and set that at a time. So we're just basically at the moment trying to organise what order that I want to do things in for the day, and I'm thinking that we should do the sparkler send-off once the evening guests are there, but before the food is served. Therefore no one's, mainly me, has spilt food down themselves. People haven't had too much to drink at that point either, because they wouldn't have had a chance to have too much to drink, and then handling sparklers. So I'm thinking that we will probably organise it that way. So I think I need to change some of the times that the venue have sent me anyway to suit what will work for me and my guests and the way that I want things to go. But I'm not going to be able to complete my order of the day this week like I wanted, because nothing is ever that straightforward, because I'm going to need the new letters making. But I can, however, make all the rest and glue everything else down and put the times on the clocks and stuff like that. So it is just a case of putting the last letters on as soon as I get those. I think we're about 99% certain on what we want, so I'm going to send a message tonight, get those ordered, and I am beat, to be honest. I am tired. If I get a chance later on tonight, I will do some of the order of the day. If not, probably tomorrow, to distract me from having my dress in front of me and try not to try it on. That's going to be difficult, and I'm dying to show Chris, but I have to stay strong because he cannot see it yet. But it's only in the house for tomorrow day and night, and then it will be with the seamstress for the next few weeks. Oh, the other thing as well is, so I gained like a stone over Christmas, as you do. So the last 2 weeks I have been dieting, I've been calorie counting, and I've been doing intermittent fasting. And so far in 2 weeks I've lost 8 pounds, which I'm thrilled about. So I'm hoping I can at least drop another pound in the next couple of days, ready for my first dress fitting. But the first dress fitting is mainly just to determine where she needs to like take the dress apart. So I'm hoping it then gives me another couple of weeks before my next dress fitting that I can potentially lose another half a stone, and it won't affect the dress as much, because I know she's going to repin it once she's undone it all. I'll go back, she'll remeasure me and she'll repin it, and I think it's after that fitting then that she'll be sewing everything back. So I can't fluctuate my weight very much after that. I need to kind of stick to it. So I estimate that I've probably got about 2.5 weeks to be able to lose, ideally another trying to think, I don't know, another £9 to £10 I think, and then I need to try and maintain it and stay as I am. But I think I'll be quite happy at that way. I am curvy, I'm not a very skinny, I'm not going to be a skinny bride, I'm going to be a curvy bride. I accept this and I fully embrace it. So we'll just, it is what it is. I like food, but yeah, so that's it basically. I have my wedding dress. Here it is in the back of the car next to Harry, who's flat out asleep, as you can see in the mirror. But there it is in the bag. I'm going to take it home now and hang it up. So my dress is currently home for the night. It is being hung up in Sophie's bedroom because she's not here tonight either. She's staying at my mum's again, as it's Friday. So we have 6 weeks and 1 day. Dress is home. Yay. may or may not have tried it on. May or may not have reenacted a famous scene from Friends. But I'm over the moon with it. I'm so excited. So tomorrow I have to take it to the seamstress, leave it with her to have it fitted. It's definitely too big. It definitely needs taking in quite a bit. I appear to have lost a bit more weight than what I realised, but it's nothing that can't be changed on the dress, and it will be made to fit me. And I'm so excited. So 6 weeks, 1 day, and we have a safe dress. So it's Saturday, exactly 6 weeks until the wedding. I am currently outside my dress fitters. I'm a little bit early, so I've got a few minutes just to do a quick video. I'm nervous for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but I'll be leaving my dress with this lady today, and she'll be obviously measuring me. I'll try the dress on. But yeah, so that is the end of the week 6 countdown vlog. Lots of little bits going on today. Next week is another busy week again, and I will vlog as much as I can next week. But yes, I'm going to go and see if I can find this lady, take my dress in. It is raining, so I just want to run straight into the building so that it doesn't get wet, although it is in its garment bag. And I have brought my shoes because she will need to measure the height, and I think it needs taking up a little bit. So yes, any brides out there, when you go for your fitting, do not forget your shoes. So wish me luck. I'll end the vlog here, so thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, it really helps my ego, and I will speak to you again next week.